Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Do you have some of these in your paper pads? If you do, stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you all so much for the wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. Paper pads can be awesome to work with because you have papers that are coordinated to work well together. But what do you do when you have sheets like this in your paper pad? This is a sheet of 4 6x6 cut-aparts. We normally work with the 3x4 cut-aparts or the 2x2 cut-aparts, but the 6x6 pages can be challenging, and we often just overlook those because we're not quite sure what to do with them. Well, today I'm going to show you 2 fun ideas for using these. I'll give you a closer look at what we're going to be doing in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So here is the large cut-apart page from this particular paper pad. Y'all, we are really decreasing the amount of pages left in this pad. And you know why? Because we're now using pages that we typically stay away from. And this large sheet is no different. It can present a challenge, but we like a challenge on this channel. So we're going to do 2 little projects that'll give you an idea of ways that you can use this. And then I have another project that I'll do in another video that will also show you a nice fun way that you can use this. Here's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking this cut-apart page and we'll be using 3 of the cut-aparts to create 2 different versions of a card. So this one will be a very large card. It is 7x7 and it's a very simple card, but look at how pretty that is. If you have a whole bunch of people who need to sign a card, this is a wonderful way to do it. Or if you want to give an impact card that's going to really sit prominently on a tabletop, a mantle, or a desk, a card of this size will definitely do that. Then on this one, we're keeping it as a 6x6, but I'll show you the secret to making this one in just a minute. But here's what we're going to need to make both of these cards. So I have my sheet of cut-aparts, and there's 4 on this sheet. They are 6x6. I have 2 pieces of white cardstock that measure 5.5 by 5.5. I have 1 piece of white cardstock that measures 6.5 by 6.5. I have 1 piece of white cardstock that measures 7 by 7. And 1 piece that measures 7.5 by 7.5. Then I'm also going to share with you how you can make a large envelope so that it will fit that 7 by 7 card. And you can also slip in your 6x6 in here as well. So to make that large envelope, we're going to need 2 pieces. 1 piece that is 7 by 9.25 and 1 piece that is 12 by 9.25. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our cards. So we're going to make this one first. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my cut apart for this. And this cut apart size will be 6 by 6. And then one other thing that I forgot in terms of supplies is that I do want a background mat for that cut apart I just cut out. So my cut apart is cut at 6 by 6. I'm going to cut my mat out at 6.5 by 6.5. So this will sit on there just like that. So now we're going to bring in the piece that measures 7.5 by 7. And I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Then I'll fold and burnish my score. I'll bring in my narrow tape, and I'll take a piece of tape and I'm going to place it right there next to the score. Then I'll take a piece and I'll just place it along one edge of my 7 by 7 inch white cardstock. And y'all, everything I'm doing is just to give you some ideas on ways that you can use those odd papers in your paper pad. You might not use them in the way that I'm doing this, but it might spark an idea or 2. So now we're going to take this piece and we're going to place it down, placing it down next to the score mark, but not exactly on the score mark. We don't want to lay it on top. So I'll flip that over, and you can see where I have joined my two pieces together. Y'all, I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with it, then you can definitely add another sheet onto the back to cover it, or you can cover it with washi. So now I'm just going to bring in my trimmer again, and I'm going to trim to make sure that I have it at 7 by 7. Sometimes when you put the two pieces together, you might have cut one slightly larger than the other one. That is how you can fix it. So that is my card base. I am going to take my cut apart as well as the mat that I cut out, and I'm just going to do this with my tape runner by adding some tape. We're going to place this down. I'll try to center it. Like that. Now let's add some tape to the back of this. And y'all, if you like what I'm doing on my channel and you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you become a part of my online crafting family. We do some amazing things on the channel, and we have fun doing it. So we're just going to take this piece, place it down, try to center it as best I can. Let's get that nice and smooth. Then on the inside, I'm going to take that piece that I cut at 6 by 6, and we're just going to place it there. You can place this on a background mat if you want to break up the white on white color. But y'all, I'm okay with it. So then I like to just add a little something to the center part of the opposing page. And I just added that little rose there. I think I added it upside down, but y'all, that's okay, because I am about to pick out a sticker for this side that sums it up perfectly for me. It says that life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. And so y'all, there is my very simple 7 by 7 inch card using one of the large 6 by 6 inch cut-aparts. We're going to make another version of a card that will be constructed differently. So when we cut out the cut-aparts, we had these two pieces joined together. We're going to leave them joined together, and we're simply going to fold them in half. And that right there is our card. But of course we're going to add a little something to it to give it some weight. So we're going to take those two pieces that measure 5.5 by 5.5, and we're going to place them down on the inside like that. And I'll do it using tape. Very, very simple card making, but this is just another way that we don't waste any of our paper pad. We're going to be using those large sheets from now on when we craft. So I'm going to put that one right there. Then I'll take some tape, put it here, and we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it down right there. Then I'm going to take another sticker, place it right there. Then I have a sticker that says, "A dream is a wish that your heart makes." I'm going to take that and place it right there. And y'all, that's how simple it is to make two very easy cards. Here is the back. It says Home Sweet Home. We don't have to do anything to that. Now we have a beautiful card that you can gift to anyone. We also have a larger card that you can gift to anyone. So let's go ahead and make that envelope. I'm going to bring in some tape. Going to place it down here, and I ran out of tape, so I'm going to grab my 1/4 inch tape, and we're going to place a piece right there, and then I'll just put a piece right there. And then I'll peel away the backers, and I'll take this piece and I'm going to put it down on top of that tape, trying to get it placed so that I have total coverage on that. Again, I didn't line everything up perfectly, but that's okay. So now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score on the long side. We're going to score at 7, and then I need to make another long score. So I don't have enough room. I'm going to take the score that I made at 7, and I'm just going to slide it over and align it at 1. So with that score that I made at 7, now aligned with 1, you can see all of my overhang here. I want to go to 8 1/4 and make a score. So now I'm going to fold this on that score mark, and we're going to score at 1 all the way down. Then we'll do the same thing on this side. We score at 1 all the way down. And we're just going to fold and burnish our scores. In order to make a large envelope, if you're not using sheet paper, then you will have to join paper together, just as I did. So now everywhere that we have a score, I am going to angle on both sides of the score, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm angling to free the tab in the center. We'll do the same thing over here. Same thing over here. And now we're going to remove the 4 corner pieces by simply angling in slightly as we cut. So let's just do some slight angles in as we cut. Then we're going to do the same thing here on the top flap. Angle in as we cut and remove. So now I'm going to take my scissors, and I am just going to round my ends like this. This is something I like to do. If you have a corner rounder, you can use that. But for those of you who don't have a corner rounder and you really don't want to make that investment, just take your scissors and cut around. And now I'm just going to take my glue, add some glue there and some glue there, and then on the bottom flap I'll just add my glue along the edge on both sides. Then I can fold up, and we just get this nice and stuck. There is your jumbo-sized envelope. You can take some tape, place some tape right along the top so that when you're ready to mail this, you can just peel that tape and mail it. Please make sure that you check with your local post office to see if there's going to be any additional postage that might be required on this size envelope. And you can also use this envelope for this card. So I am just going to take this back out so that y'all can see what we were able to do with that large cut apart sheet that was in our paper pad. Usually when you buy a paper pad, you're going to have cut aparts of some type. They don't always have the large ones in them, but when you do run into a paper pad that you like and it has the large 6x6 cut aparts in it, go ahead and work those. Work them on a project like this. They are ideal for a project like this. So I'm going to bring those other two back in along with that envelope. Now I think something like this is pretty special, and I would be proud to receive a card like this, and I'm very proud when I give a card like this. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's super awesome way to use those large cut apart pages from your paper pad. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.